Have you ever wondered who will truly be there for you in the end? As the years pass, people enter and exit your life. Some staying only for a season, others fading away with time. But when you reach your later years, it becomes clear that not everyone is meant to walk with you until the very end. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 types of people who are most likely to remain by your side in old age. These are the relationships that endure, the bonds that time cannot easily break. Some may surprise you, while others might make you reflect on who has truly been there for you all along. Make sure to stay until the very end, because understanding who stays and why can change the way you approach relationships in your own life. Now, let's get started. Number 1, family members who truly care. Not all family members stay close, and not all of them offer the kind of love and loyalty that lasts a lifetime. But in the end, the ones who truly care, the ones who see you as more than just an obligation, are the ones who remain. They don't show up out of duty or because they feel they have to. They are there because they want to be, because your presence in their life still means something to them. Many people assume that family bonds guarantee lifelong connection, but that isn't always the case. As you age, you start to see who in your family genuinely values you and who has simply drifted away over time. Some relatives will visit out of a sense of responsibility, appearing out of habit but never staying long enough to form meaningful conversations. But then there are those who check in on you because they genuinely care about how you're doing. They're the ones who call, who make time, who show up not just on holidays, but on the ordinary days simply to spend time with you. This isn't always limited to children or grandchildren either. It could be a sibling who has remained close throughout your life, or even a niece or nephew who steps up in ways you never expected. These are the family members who don't see aging as an inconvenience, but as a part of life that deserves just as much love and attention as any other stage. They don't avoid difficult conversations about health, finances, or the future. They face them with you, offering their support without making you feel like a burden. And while love is often what holds these relationships together, actions matter just as much. The ones who remain don't just say they care, they show it. They are patient when you need help. They listen when you have something to say. And they make sure you still feel valued, no matter how much time has passed. They understand that relationships are a two-way street, and they continue to invest in you even as life changes. Not everyone is lucky enough to have this kind of family support, and that's why it's so important to nurture these relationships while you can. Because in the end, it's not about how many family members you have, it's about which ones truly care enough to stay. Number 2, a lifelong friend who stood the test of time. True friendships are rare. Over the course of a lifetime, people drift in and out of your life, some for a few years, some for a few decades. But if you're lucky, there's one friend who never leaves, no matter how much time passes or how many changes life brings. This isn't the friend who was only around during the good times, or the one who disappeared when things got tough. This is the friend who has seen you at your best and your worst, and still chooses to stay. A lifelong friend is someone who doesn't need constant updates to know where they stand with you. You may go weeks or months without talking, yet when you do, the conversation picks up right where it left off. There is no awkwardness, no need to explain the passage of time. They know your history, where you've been, what you've been through, and what truly matters to you. And as the years go by, they are one of the few people who still see you as you were, before the world tried to reshape you. The beauty of a friendship that lasts a lifetime is that it's built on something deeper than convenience. It isn't based on circumstance, like work, colleagues, or neighbors who come and go. It isn't built on obligation, like some family ties. It's a choice, one made over and over again, across decades of shared experiences, laughter, and challenges. This is the friend who sat beside you when life felt uncertain, who celebrated your victories and mourned your losses as if they were their own. And in old age, when the world begins to shrink and social circles grow smaller, this kind of friendship becomes even more valuable. While others may be too busy or preoccupied with their own lives, this friend still makes time for you. They check in, not because they feel they have to, but because they want to. They don't see you as just another obligation. They see you as a part of their life, one they wouldn't want to imagine without you. This friend might be someone you've known since childhood, or they might be someone you met later in life who simply stayed. Regardless of how long you've known them, what matters is that they remain. They remind you of who you are, who you've always been, and they make aging feel a little less lonely. In the end, it's not about how many friends you had throughout your life. It's about whether even one of them stayed when it truly mattered. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, the partner who chose to stay. If you are fortunate enough to have a lifelong partner, their presence in your later years is one of the greatest gifts you can have. Relationships are not always easy, and many do not last a lifetime. But the ones that do, those built on patience, love, and deep understanding, become even more precious as time goes on. A partner who stays is someone who has seen you change, who has weathered the storms with you, and who, despite everything, still chooses to walk beside you. In youth, love often feels exciting, passionate, and full of possibility. But in old age, love takes on a different form. It becomes quieter, deeper, and more about companionship than grand gestures. A partner who remains is someone who no longer loves you for how you look, what you achieve, or what you can offer. They love you simply for who you are. They have seen you in moments of strength and in times of weakness. And yet they have never once considered leaving your side. Many people assume that marriage or long-term commitment guarantees a person will be there in the end, but that's not always the case. Some relationships fade as time passes, while others only grow stronger. The difference lies in effort, the willingness to continue choosing each other, even when life gets hard. A partner who stays is not someone who only stood beside you in the good times. They are the person who held your hand when things got tough, who reminded you of your worth when you doubted yourself, and who remained steady when the rest of the world felt uncertain. Aging with a partner means sharing the simple moments that many take for granted. Morning, coffee, quiet conversations, and the familiarity of someone who knows you better than anyone else. While some fear growing old alone, those with a committed partner never truly feel alone. Even as the years take their toll, even as health declines or energy fades, their presence remains a source of comfort, reminding you that you don't have to go through it all by yourself. And in the end, when so many other relationships fall away, the partner who stays is often the one who knows your story best. They've witnessed the moments that shaped you, the struggles that strengthened you, and the experiences that defined your life. They are the person who sees you not just as you are now, but as the person you have always been. And when everything else fades, that kind of love is what truly lasts. Number 4, someone you helped in the past. Life has a way of bringing kindness full circle. At some point, you've likely helped someone, offering support, lending a hand, or simply being there when they needed you most. You may not have thought much of it at the time, but in the end, the people you once helped are often the ones who come back to stand by your side. They may not be the ones you expected, but their presence is a reminder that the good you put into the world doesn't just disappear, it finds its way back to you. This could be a younger friend, a former neighbor, or even someone you mentored years ago. It could be the person you encouraged during a difficult time, or the one who found strength in your words when they felt lost. Sometimes it's a former coworker who remembers the way you treated them, or a distant relative who never forgot a kindness you once showed. Regardless of who they are, they remain because at some point you made a difference in their life, and now they want to do the same for you. Unlike family, they don't stay because of obligation. Unlike a lifelong friend, they may not have been with you through every chapter of your life. But what makes their presence so meaningful is that they made the choice to return. They were never required to be there. Yet when they saw you needed support, they stepped forward without hesitation. It's a powerful reminder that kindness has a lasting impact, that even the smallest acts of generosity can plant seeds that grow into something far greater than you ever imagined. In old age, when many social circles grow smaller, the presence of someone you once helped can be a source of great comfort. They may not have been part of your everyday life before, but now in your later years, they become an unexpected source of companionship. They offer help without making you feel like a burden. They remind you that the connections you build, even if they seem fleeting at the time, still hold value. And often this person will say something that makes it all clear: I remember when you helped me, and I never forgot. That moment, that realization, is when you truly understand that everything you did for others, every act of kindness, every moment of support mattered. Because in the end, those who stay are not always the ones you expected, but rather the ones who remember the love you gave when they needed it most. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, the unexpected companion. Sometimes the person who remains by your side in the end is not the one you expected. Life has a way of surprising us, and as the years pass, relationships shift in ways we never could have predicted. While some people gradually fade away, others step forward, often individuals you may not have considered a close part of your life before. It could be a caregiver, a neighbor, or even an acquaintance who turns into family. What makes them special is not how long you've known them, but the fact that, when it mattered most, they chose to stay. This unexpected companion could be someone you met late in life, perhaps in a senior community, or even by chance in the neighborhood. Maybe they started as a friendly face who helped with errands or checked in from time to time. Over the years, their presence became more consistent, and before you knew it, they were the person who made sure you never felt alone. These are the people who show up not out of duty, but because they genuinely care. For some, this unexpected person might be a professional caregiver, someone who was once a stranger, but over time became a true companion. While they may have started as someone hired to help, their kindness, patience, and willingness to listen created a bond beyond just routine care. They became a friend, someone who remembers your stories, laughs at your jokes, and sits with you not because they have to, but because they want to. And then there are the neighbors, the ones who check in, who bring over a meal when they sense you might need it, who sit with you on the porch just to chat about nothing in particular. They were never obligated to be in your life, yet they made the decision to be present. And in the end, their consistency matters more than how long you've known them. This final group of people teaches a powerful lesson. The ones who stay are not always the ones you planned on, but they are the ones who chose to be there. They remind you that love and loyalty aren't always about blood or history. They are about effort, about presence, about showing up when it counts. And in your later years, when so much of life has already been written, their presence reminds you that even in the final chapters, new and meaningful connections can still be formed. Final thoughts. As we come to the end of this video, take a moment to reflect on the people in your life. Who do you believe will stay with you in the long run? Who has already proven that they will be there no matter what? The truth is, we don't always get to choose who remains, but we do get to appreciate those who do. The ones who stay are not always the ones we expect. Sometimes it's family members who truly care, not out of obligation, but out of love. Sometimes it's that one lifelong friend who never let distance or time weaken your bond. If you are lucky, it's a partner who has been by your side through every challenge, every triumph, and every quiet moment in between. And sometimes it's the people you least expected. The person you once helped who never forgot your kindness, or the neighbor, caregiver, or acquaintance who chose to stand by you simply because they wanted to. Life changes, people come and go, and as the years pass, the number of those who remain may grow smaller. But in the end, it isn't about quantity, it's about the quality of the relationships that endure. The ones who stay are the ones who value you, respect you, and see you for who you truly are. They are the ones who remind you that no matter how much time passes, you are not alone. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.